Thomas's bad day. The sun was shining brightly on the island of Silver, but Thomas the Tank Engine wasn't feeling warm. He was having an awful day and he didn't feel cheerful at all. It seems as if everything was going wrong for the poor tank engine. That morning, he had forgotten to prepare Gordon's express coaches, making the big engine terribly late. To make matters worse, in its rush to help Gordon, Thomas had neglected his other shunting duties. Whistles blared as Thomas hurried to shunt the correct trucks in line.
"What's the point of having a tank engine if they won't do what they're told?"
shouted Henry the Green Engine as he waited impatiently among the growling unrest in the yard. Later that day, Thomas, still on edge at the old yard fiasco, moved trucks about on his branch line, trying to make up for lost time. The trucks were being troublesome, and Thomas was having a hard time making them behave. In his frustration, he bumped the trucks hard. The siding in the station yard were old and worn out, and the weight of the trucks caused the buffers to break, and the trucks came to a grief on the roadway leading into the yards. "Oh dear!" Thomas cried. It took a long time to fetch the breakdown crane and clear the road again. The fat controller came to see what was the matter. He spoke severely to Thomas.
"If you shall not behave, Thomas, I shall have to send you to your shed. Your accidents cause the lorry drivers great delays."
"I'm sorry, sir," said Thomas. He really didn't know what to say. After the fat controller left, Thomas sat quietly in the yard. He felt very sad and started to cry. "I keep failing everything," he said. "Maybe I should just give up." "Hey, Thomas!" called a voice. It was Bertie the bus. "Are you here to tell me how silly I am too?" "No, of course not," he said. "I can tell you had a bad day." "It's been the worst day, Bertie. I can't seem to do anything right." "Don't worry, Thomas," Bertie smiled warmly. "Just because you didn't succeed today doesn't mean you won't succeed tomorrow." "Do you think so?" "I know so. Do you know how many wrong roads I took last week? I make mistakes all the time. One day, I took 3 wrong turns in a row." Thomas chuckled. "I bet your passengers were confused." "They were. But you know what? I always made it to my destination in time to spare. So even though it seems like you're making many mistakes in a row, just remember everything will always work out the way it's supposed to." "Thank you, Bertie. I hope tomorrow will be a better day." "It will. Keep your chin up." Bertie gave a toot on his horn and pulled out of the yards. He was almost out of earshot when Thomas heard the screeching of brakes. Then Bertie roared back into the yards in the opposite direction. "Went the wrong way," Bertie called as he drove past. "Goodbye." Thomas laughed heartily. He felt much better about everything.